On Monday, President Trump warned pregnant women should limit the use of Tylenol, claiming the drug's active ingredient, acetaminophen, has a link to autism.
Doctors have spoken up to say there is no conclusive evidence supporting that claim. We have Dr. Rebecca Knickmeyer on with us now. She's a professor in pediatrics and human development at Michigan State University. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks.
What a delight to be here.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. And I just want to establish what your history is as someone who has studied cognitive developmental neuroscience. What is your experience?
Yes, so all that really means is that I study how brains develop, particularly in infancy and early childhood. So I've done a lot of research looking at how both genetic and environmental factors influence baby brains using neuroimaging.
So what was your reaction to the president linking Tylenol with autism?
Yeah, so my reaction was complex. On one hand, my feeling is that the evidence associating autism with acetaminophen, as you mentioned, is inconclusive, right? So his announcement seems to be driven very much by a recent review paper that looked at a lot of different studies. And that's a really powerful thing to do, is to try to pick up consistent findings across many different studies. But those kind of analyses are only as good as the papers that go into them. And there are a lot of weaknesses in that literature. Probably one of the best studies ever conducted last year was in Sweden, looked at over 2 million pregnancies. And it had a really strong design because they looked at children with autism and their siblings. So they were controlling for genetic factors and familial factors as well. And they found no association. I think the other challenge, right, is that because that there might be an association in some studies, doesn't mean there's a causal effect. So all these studies are observational, right? The kind of gold standard way of knowing if a medication or an environmental exposure causes a condition would be a randomized controlled trial where you actually assign some people to the exposure and some not. We usually can't do that, right? Because we can't put women and their children at risk. So instead, we look at, just what's happening in nature and what people are deciding to do. There are two big challenges with that. One is the genetic confounding that I mentioned. The other is what we call confounding by indication, which just means that if you take Tylenol during pregnancy, you're doing it for a reason, right? Because you have a high fever, because you're experiencing pain. And it could be that those factors, the pain or the fever, do have a causal role in autism. We don't know that. But then, of course, advising people to stop taking it would be the exact opposite of what you'd want to do. So it's a very difficult issue. What I do think is really important about the current conversation is it really highlights how little we know about the effects of many commonly used medications during pregnancy. As I said, typically pregnant women are not included in randomized controlled trials because of ethical and legal concerns. But the result is for that many, many drugs, we simply don't know about their safety for pregnant women and their kids. We don't even know about their efficacy, if they work as well during pregnancy. So that's a real problem, and I'd love to see more creative solutions to addressing that.
It's Dr. Knickmeyer with MSU. We appreciate your time and shedding some light and clarifying some of that this morning.
That's my pleasure.